Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. Today, Jordan Brand officially announced the new sneaker in the Jordan signature line, the Air Jordan 34. Following up the Air Jordan 33 that referenced past Jordan models, the Jordan 34 seems to be completely different than the past few models, and it sets the stage for a new look at the longest lasting signature shoe line in the sneaker game. Unlike past Jordan models, not a lot has leaked out about this shoe, which makes for a better experience in my eyes. When people already know what's coming or they see leaks of the shoe, they already start to form opinions before they see the final product. With this launch, it's starting off brand new for everyone, which should give the shoe a fair shot in the eyes of the sneaker culture. One of the first things to catch my eye about the Jordan 34 is the lacing system. The big story about the Jordan 33 was the fast fit system, and Jordan Brand has completely abandoned that system for the 34. Oddly enough, the system just rolled out on the Nike Kobe AD NXT, which made us think it was the system that Nike basketball minds really like, but Jordan Brand felt they needed to go a different direction for this pair, and I'm okay with that. On a personal note, I thought it did provide a great lockdown solution compared to laces. On a more technical note though, the fast fit system wouldn't really work with the tech setup on this model, which I'll dig into a little bit later. One of the biggest stories around this new model is weight. Jordan Brand is openly touting that the model weighs in at only 13.1 ounces, which isn't something the brand usually puts a focus on. This makes the Jordan 34 the lightest basketball shoe the brand has ever made, which wasn't a focus before if you've worn the 32 or the 33 or the 31 for that matter. A lot of that weight reduction comes via the upper. You usually see higher end, like premium materials on the signature Jordan Brand shoe, but for this version, they are taking a sidestep and look to be focusing more on performance materials that we've seen in the past, like performance wovens from Jordan's signature line. With this being the 34, people are obviously going to want to throw back to the Jordan 4, but this aligns more with the model more in principle than the actual physical looks of the shoe, so the thought of the Air Jordan 4, but not the actual Air Jordan 4. Based on the design docs, the refined performance woven wraps from the ankle to the toe, and they of course add some reinforcements to provide some additional stability to the shoe. From what we've seen, there doesn't seem to be anything particularly special about the backing material that we haven't seen before, though when we move to the overlays though, we do see a mix of materials from the extended eye stays, which look like a synthetic material, to the medial padding that's near the toe. One particularly comfortable area of the shoe seems to be the tongue and the heel. With weight being a consideration, Jordan Brand designers Tate Kurbis and Ross Klein cut a lot of material around the heel, but kept a good amount of padding around those areas. The heel section, which actually looks to be decoupled from the forefoot, looks like it has plenty of foam to keep you protected, and the brand drapes that in a few textiles as well that seem to be synthetics for the most part. You can also see how deep that heel cup is, which should provide you with the stability you need in your shoes when it comes to that ankle support. As I've told you guys before, a lot of that support comes from the heel cup, not how tight you tie your shoes. So moving down to the outsole, that's where things start to get really exciting about this shoe. They're using a traditional herringbone pattern, which looks super aggressive as a ball player. You love to see that type of traction. It lets you know you'll be able to put some real time in on the court and not have to worry about your traction going out. Based on what we see here, you should be able to rock these both inside and out and not have to worry too much about mixed use. The outsole also gives us a glimpse of what is really the star of the show with the Jordan 34, which is that midsole. A few years ago, Jordan Brand introduced the Flight Plate. I instantly loved it. In fact, I still use the Jordan 29 as my primary basketball shoe because I love it so much. However, starting with the Jordan 34, that all changes. Jordan Brand is using what they call the Eclipse Plate. The brand is calling it an evolution of the Flight Plate that is designed for smoother transition from midfoot to forefoot. That sounds a lot like what we have with the Flight Plate, but the setup here is a bit different, as you can probably see from the shots of the shoe. In a sense, the midsole of the shoe has been hollowed out at the center to help with the weight considerations, but that new hole that they hollowed out in the midsole is being reinforced with the new Eclipse Plate. The plate is actually separated into two pieces on each side that sit right next to each other, and they extend towards the heel and slightly towards the forefoot. Like the past models, the plate is made out of P-bags, which is just a thermoplastic elastomer that has been used in sports equipment for a while. It's actually known for its energy return and flexibility, as well as its low density, which basically means it's lightweight. In the past, we've seen carbon fiber used in this state, but P-bags seems to be taking over that space, especially when it comes to performance footwear and equipment. In addition to the Eclipse Plate, Jordan Brand is using two zoom units in conjunction with it to provide the impact protection and responsiveness that you need. The heel has a smaller unit, while the forefoot seems to take on a much larger unit that actually peeks out from beneath the P-bags plate. From looking at the outsole, we can see how far and wide that zoom pad reaches, and while it doesn't seem to be as big as the zoom unit in the Alpha Dunk, which is huge, it does look really big, and that's honestly exciting. There's something really special about a really responsive zoom unit that pops up under your foot and gives you that extra pep in your step. I'm obviously looking forward to getting a pair of these and trying them out in the court to see how they really feel and to see how they perform. Now, the other big story around the shoe is Zion. With the rookie recently signing the Jordan brand, the expectation would be that he would be the lead on the shoe. While they did use Zion in the marketing materials around the shoe, they aren't positioning him as the lead athlete like we saw Jordan brand do with D Wade and Russell Westbrook. This seems more in line with just basically putting a fresh face on the images that everyone is excited about. Overall, the bigger goal with the Jordan 34 seems to be centered around creating a lighter, more versatile basketball shoe. From what we can tell, they seem to have gotten that right. This is a performance silhouette. From what I've heard, Jordan brand spoke to all of their athletes and they wanted lighter, they wanted a better heel cup, they wanted the lockdown, and they wanted the feel of the zoom. The Eclipse system and the zoom unit pairing should be pretty exciting if it measures up to that. And then the unlocked zoom and the flight plate of the past, well, if that's the lead, then this should be really great. While making a shoe lighter doesn't instantly make it a winner, we've heard that before, the last few Jordan signature models have had a little more than their needed weight to them. Visually, Jordan brand hit the futuristic vibes just right, keeping the callbacks to the past pretty minimal, and I think that was the right decision. It's okay to reference the past, but it's something else to live in it, which I felt like they were doing for the last few models. The mesh they are using on the upper gives off the perfect 2019 and beyond vibes, while the spaceship-like carve out in the midsole and the sleek lines of the shoe definitely push the boundaries of what we've come to expect from the brand. Even the Jordan 34 branding on the eye stays give it a future vibe. It looks like something from the periodic table and not something you see on a sneaker. When you think of the periodic table, you think of a mixture of chemicals to create something different, something new. That seems to be the broader story here with the 34 in my eyes. A mixture of the evolving technology at Jordan brand mixed with just a dash of the past to create a silhouette for the future. Performance first. I like it. As for release dates go, you can look for these to hit retailers on September 25th for 180. The purple and teal colorway is called Retro Future, and you'll also notice that some pairs will have the Nike Air logo on the heel, while others will have the Jumpman logo. The Nike logo is for pairs that reference the past, while the pairs with the Jumpman logo are those that are new. Either way, let me know what you guys think down below, and stay locked in as I'll be doing a hands-on as soon as I get a pair, well, in my hands. As always, I appreciate you guys. I'm Jacques Slade, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace.